into this damn story. So let's talk about this hip hop Karen. Drake, because child, she pulled the Karen move with this situation. Miss Mamas went and put on her Annalise Keating How to Get Away with Murder, Shake and Go Karen wig, and now is out here filing lawsuits because she feels a way about Kendrick Lamar and his recent success off his new album, which I finally got a chance to listen to yesterday. I absolutely love it. First of all, that album is very West Coast. When I was listening, I'm like, okay, this is some Compton shit that I'm listening to. Because I told you I lived in LA for a bit, so I got a taste of like what it's like to live out on the West Side. So I was like, oh, I'm living for this record, but now you got this old high yellow heifer pulling Karen moves. He dig deep. He dug deep into his saltine side and is now trying to file lawsuits because he feeling away. But you want to know something? After I read this whole situation, I feel like, sir, you are telling on yourself. And I'm going to tell you why. So they said just one day after Drake filed a petition accusing UMG, which is Universal Music Group, of conspiring with Spotify to falsely boost the numbers of Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, which he put that out a while ago, and we done moved on from the song, so why are you following us now? It's because he put out the surprise album on Friday, and you was in your damn feelings, and you went on somebody's little podcast, and they was playing, and you was talking about how, oh, you're still standing, like you Elton John, and then you're not affected, or you're not bothered by nothing. Clearly you are, because anybody who goes around and says that they're not bothered are bothered. Otherwise, you wouldn't get on social media to say you're not bothered. Clearly you are. That's what the opposite of that means if you pay attention. But also, The Weeknd comes on and he told this little clear child, I don't know who that person was, but they say he a popular streamer. I don't watch a lot of streamers. I don't pay attention to a lot of y'all. So I don't know who's do what. I just be hearing of certain people like the one you got in your little pocket, academics, because word on the street is that your people pay him to blow smoke up your ass and try to push your streams and things of that nature in regards to your songs. And Kai Cenat, who I told y'all that video the other day where they said Megan Thee Stallion, and there was another chick that got caught on live talking about how Kai Cenat stink. And I looked at that boy, I said, he looked like he don't wipe his ass properly. But this ain't about them. I just want to talk about, like, I'm just giving y'all an equation of I don't pay attention to streamers, so I don't know a lot about them, except when they're trending about something that has to do with something, because I'm all over social media. So that's the only ones I pay attention to. But anyway, he got into a whole situation. We don't play that over here, something or another. And I'm sitting there like, what The Weeknd do? Why you mad at The Weeknd? Did he ever collaborate with Kendrick Lamar? Is there some type of beef you got with a fellow Canadian? Like, what kind of Canadian bacon beef y'all got going on over there between you and The Weeknd? Y'all both high gallon? So you got a problem with somebody? Well, we get a little darker, but at the same time, what's the tea between you and The Weeknd? If y'all heard something that's going on between them, throw it in the comments. So what he's upset about is because he's been falsely, he says falsely, well, that's me with the air quotes, accused of pedophilia, because he said he called him a pedo. And I'm sitting there like, didn't you slide up in Miss Billy Bobby Brown DMs when she was underage? And there was some other tease situations that was coming around regarding you and underage girls. So Kendrick making all this up? The stuff is out there. The evidence is there. You know, it's funny how y'all try to act like social media. And I always say social media is the matrix and we have the real world. But when y'all drop little jewels and things in the matrix, you act like y'all could just act. If you don't mention it, it goes away. We all got Google, sir. So if I got to do a Google search and pull up some things, this is going to be an issue. But I do feel like this is a case of a hit dog will holler because, and trust and believe, he ain't hollering, he's wailing. So since the whole situation of yesterday, he actually launched a second bombshell legal action against UMG over Not Like Us, accusing the music giant of defamation and claiming it could have halted the release of a song, falsely accusing him of being an S offender. A day after filing an action in New York accusing UMG of illegally boosting Lamar's track on Spotify. Drake's company levels similar claims in Texas court regarding radio giant iHeartRadio. The new filing, filed Monday night and made public on Tuesday, claims that UMG funneled payments to iHeart as part of a pay-to-play scheme to promote the song on radio. Now, this sounds like some stuff that, how would you know about all this, Aubrey? How you know that that's what they're doing over there? Could it be that that's what they were doing for you when it was going against other artists? Because we've heard the stories. Case in point, since you want to talk about Spotify, sir, and then we'll get into the rest of the article, because I did my research on this. A couple of years ago, there was a couple of people who complained. I can't remember how far back it was. I think it was 2019 or something or another. When did Scorpion come out? It was around the time of that damn album. This heifer had the nerve, well, not him, but I feel like it was his label, UMG, all my people, because they're the distributor of his stuff. He's with Young Money. I don't even know if he's with them anymore because I don't pay attention to him like that. But people were complaining that they are premium buyers of or premium users of Spotify, which means you're not supposed to get the ads, you're not supposed to get all the other stuff. They're paying an actual fee per month, a subscription, so they don't get the commercials, they don't get the ads, and all that other stuff. However, Spotify slipped behind, or maybe it was some little coin tadas that they pulled from Drake's distributors, UMG, who were posting the album covers all over these premium these premium users' Spotify. And they were getting the complaints because I saw it all over social media. I'm not paying all this money to be getting bombarded with Drake. Why are y'all putting Drake stuff all over my premium videos? It's the same complaints I be having when I'm paying for no commercials and no ads on streaming services. Not because I don't pay for Spotify. I don't even like Spotify. I'm an Apple person. So I have Spotify. I use the free one. I'm not giving them no coins. I don't even like how Spotify moves. I basically, and to be quite honest, I only use Spotify for the podcasts. Like the ones with, like if I'm listening to Race Chaser or Sibling Rivalry, like I listen to a lot of the drag shows, and then Meatball and Big Dipper show that they do. So I'm listening to a lot of more of the LGBTQIA plus podcasts. I don't particularly care for them streamers. This is what I was telling y'all about earlier. So could it be that they were doing that, like the situation with you, that you're basically trying to say that they were doing that with Kendrick? And from what I was watching earlier, because I saw old man Ebro, shout out to him, that he was on social media. He said that all the stuff that Drake is coming out here making accusations about is a lie. He said, first of all, a lot of times Interscope doesn't even know what Kendrick is going to do until the last minute. So Kendrick and his team are coming up with things, doing what they're doing over there, but they're not letting Interscope know what they're doing. And first of all, are you trying to sit up here and say that the people didn't make a decision and was like, we are bumping not like us because we like the song? The song is actually not only a cackle because it's reading your ass down to the floor, because quiet as it's kept. Yes, you are an industry darling, but outside of that, you are seen as a cornball. People are not feeling Drake like that. Not on a global scale, or maybe, them white folks or whatever the case is who listen to hip hop is. But if you really talk to the people in the hood that ain't corny, like some of these other streamers or whatever that sit up in here and go hard because they taking a payola type situation, people look at Drake like he a damn clown. And this is some clown ass move that you doing now. You making yourself look worse. And so for me to sit in here and look at this is like, what you should have did was let it go. Or how about this? I know this is a shock. This might be a little crazy idea. But if you feeling the ways about something, why not take your little high yellow half-breed ass into the damn booth, write a damn song with your same old producer, write a rap, do a little yang on it since you like singing all of a damn sudden, and then put it out. And then you show who's the baddest. I know it's a crazy idea because that's always kind of been the old school way of people doing things in hip hop. You put it on wax. You don't go on streams and start bitching about people. You don't file lawsuits when the code of hip hop is not to be a snitching ass bitch. But this is exactly what he's doing. But like I said, at the end of the day, this is some old Karen shit that his mama taught his ass. When all else fails and you got a whole lot of money in the bank, file a lawsuit. You look stupid. And this is embarrassing. But I also feel like you telling on yourself. Because you sitting up here saying that Kendrick falsely accused you of being a pedo and a predator, but all this other stuff and chose to release it. People say all kinds of stuff about rappers all the time, but they don't file defamations. They go off a base of things that they've heard, based off of they look you up and down. It's like the art of reading in the gay community. We look you up and down and we know your whole situation and we just read you on your flaws and all this other stuff. But why is all of a sudden you feeling away about, well, he called me a pedophile. He called me a predator. Mommy, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. Like, niggas, you serious? You sound stupid with this damn lawsuit. And so that's why I'm sitting here cackling. And the people is looking at this thing like, Drake, you were so corny for this. They also said it offers key new details about Drake's grievances towards UMG because also I forgot to mention this. He feels like that they're pushing all of this because he's in negotiations with his record label in regards of like some contractual stuff. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I guess they feel like that they've probably been putting other people that are on that label as well. First of all, he and Kendrick is not even on the same label, so for him to not even know what's going, you don't know what's going on over there in the scope. But I guess maybe they do share Universal Music Group in regards of as a distributor. I don't know. Kendrick's business dealings or whatever the case is. But it's like you really have to have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed if you're going to come out here with these accusations and allegations. And so, yes, he has spent his entire career there. He has made them a lot of money. But to be honest, Drake, your last couple of albums have been a disappointment. Commercial. Well, was it commercially? Because I do feel like that Drake will always do well commercially. I think he'll always sell to up to a point. He is getting up there in age, quiet as is kept. But here's the thing: is that because he's almost 40, he's on the later side of 30. But quiet as is kept, you got to realize is that you're not gonna. No one lasts forever on the charts. No one is going to be number one forever. There are other artists out here who have a right to shine, and if you don't have it anymore, that's fine. Take a break. Go touch some grass. Go get some air. And when you feel creatively jolted again, when somebody breezes something, gives you an electric shock and you get that creative spark again, then you get back in the studio and make music. Remember that little half-ass house record you tried to put out and people laughed at that? I'm like, what is this mess? This unfinished ass album? Because it sounded like it wasn't finished. And then Beyonce had to come out and show you how to make a real house record with Renaissance. So let me finish up this article because it was just like, yeah, I had these little bits and pieces and I was just I was in my feelings about this. So it said UMG could have refused to release or distribute the song or require the the offending material, to be edited and or removed. This is according to Drake's lawyers. But UMG chose to do the opposite. UMG designed, financed, and then executed a plan to turn Not Like Us into a viral mega hit with the intent of using the spectacle of harm to Drake and his businesses to drive consumer hysteria and, of course, massive revenues. That plan succeeded, likely beyond UMG's wildest expectations. So here's the thing also, UMG could spend as much money as they want on a song. The fact of the matter is, it's up to the people to decide if they're going to listen to it or if they're not. And the people have spoken, and the people rode and agreed with Not Like Us. The people like the song. Why are you mad at them? Why are you mad at him, or not even him? Why are you mad at UMG and not mad at the people? Because, yeah, they turned on you. Because for years, everybody been looking at you as a cornball. And don't get me wrong, I like Wheelchair Jimmy when he first came out. I was bumping a couple of them songs, but then I realized over the years, I'm like, you know what? I'm not really feeling this little boy anymore. Like, it just felt like it was the same old to me. He wasn't giving me what I needed creatively, and I just moved on. It was just out of sight, out of mind. I guess I was more excited for Wheelchair Jimmy because he was that kid from Degrassi, and I was a Degrassi fan the seasons that he was on. And so, yeah, I followed him after that because that was my generation's Degrassi. So So yeah, this is all the latest tea that we have on that now. And they also said that they already have enough evidence to pursue a claim of defamation against UMG, but they might also tack on claims of civil fraud and racketeering based on what they discovered from the depositions. UMG and iHeartRadio did not return requests for comment on the new filing. Lamar is not named as a respondent in the filing and is not legally accused of any wrongdoing. So now Universal's music group, because we got to give both sides. They have responded to the filing with a statement provided to Billboard. And shout out to Billboard because this is where I got the lengthy article from. They said the suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear. And that is the overall point of what I'm saying. It's like, yes, the fans like the song. I like the song. I also like Kendrick's new album, and I love the first track. I got a couple of faves off the Kendrick album. It is relatively new to me, so I am still in my situation of me trying to figure out like all the songs. I've listened to a lot of new music. First of all, what the hell's his name? I was like, I'd listen to the new Linkin Park album, the new Raul Alejandro album. I see they got Girls Aloud and stuff in my playlist. Marilyn Manson dropped a new album. So there's a lot of great records and things of that nature that came out. So yeah, I like Whacked Out Murals, which is the very first song that the album opens up with, and he addresses not only the whole Drake situation, but everybody that was coming for him. And no, they fake this. I like Squabble Up. That's another one which he dropped the video for, I believe, yesterday. Also Peekaboo. Peekaboo is like one of my favorite songs off the record, and I hope he plays that at the Super Bowl halftime. I want to definitely see him perform Peekaboo when he gets because I was like, oh, that's my favorite song off the record. So and then also I heard that he filed a cease and desist for Kendrick to not perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl halftime. So clearly for somebody who said that they not in their feelings, Miss Mama is in her feelings. So I think what we need to do, so y'all want to sit down and he'll call Tim Walls, Tampon Tim. I think what we need to do is give Drake a couple of maxi pads because Miss Mama out here in her damn feelings and having her period and bitching and moaning to anybody who will listen, pulling Karen moves. So that's all I got on this story for now, but I'm sure it will be more coming out as it develops, and I will definitely keep you abreast of this story as it develops. But in the meantime, all my reads aside, as I was calling things out as I read it, what do y'all think of this story in regards of Drake and this whole silly lawsuit against BMG? I mean, UMG, BMG. UMG. BMG is another distributor in the music industry. Whatever y'all thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.